Hello planners! Thank you so much for joining me in my plan with me to get ready for July. I'm going to go plan my cover page, my calendar, habit, mood and sleep tracker. So if you are new to my channel, make sure you type in new so I can say hello to you. And for those of you that are tuning in a little bit later in the replay, make sure to type in replay and we'll come and have a chat in the comments section. So grab your planner as well as your favorite beverage and your planner stationery tools, and let's just get started. Shall we do it? Let's do it. In today's video, I will be setting up my planner pages for July. I will create my monthly cover page as well as embellish my calendar and also set up my habit, mood and sleep trackers. So then that way I'm sort of ready for the new month. Are you ready? The first half of the year is just gone. Where did it go? Hello, where are you? But we're ready for the second half. It's going to be bigger, better and brighter. Yes. So I'm going to be in my ring planner, and so A5 ring planner. So I've got all my stationery tools already, but let me put them aside so then I do have a bit of room. So this one is a Filofax A5 ring planner, but you can still follow along regardless of what planner you have, whether you have a disc bound, bullet journal or a notebook type of planner. It doesn't matter. The ideas are still going to be all the same, and I'm hoping that you can get inspiration and ideas, because sometimes it's those little things like, oh, I didn't think about that. So hopefully in today's video you get some new things to add to your planner. So like I said, Chucky Carter. Oh, hello, you're new. Welcome. Let me see if I've got my... I should have a, I have a clap. Oh, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. All right, so without further ado, let me just get started. I haven't been on live for a couple of weeks. You know, the mind and the stuff, so hoping that I am in a better position for the new month. I'll have this plan with me. It's just going to be a nice relaxed one, chit chat, reflect on the past month, reflect on the first half of the year, and I will be making some changes to things here in my own personal life. So hopefully, if you are struggling as well with lots of different things, whether you're stressed, you're overwhelmed, let's use planning not just as a productivity tool, but also as a form of self-care. Play with our markers, highlighters, washi tape, stickers, and so that way we have something to focus on, help us get clarity, and then get back on track to do the great things we are fabulous at. So all items that I do mention and show in today's video, I'm going to have the links in the description below, so do check that out. Now also make sure you stick to the end, because I will let you know how you can get a free printable download of my July monthly cover page, and it's available for A5, Happy Planner Classic, as well as letter or big Happy Planner size. So which is great, because if you're like me and you sometimes get behind with your planning and you don't have time to embellish your cover page, I've got you covered. Don't you worry. So let's just get started, everybody. Okay, so this is the A5 Filofax Garden Organizer in the Sunrise print. So I did change for the month of July. So I don't know if you can see, I have a new, for those of you that are not new to my channel, I did change my backdrop. I swapped things around. So I do have quite a few Filofax products on show. As a Filofax ambassador, I get their products to experience myself and then share with you how I use them in my day-to-day planning and budgeting. So this one, and so I do have, I'm in a good position to be able to swap things around, but I do like this Garden Sunrise here in Sydney, Australia, or Australia. It is winter. but I don't go by the season because we don't get snow here in Sydney, so I can't do the beautiful snow-capped theme thing. So I'll be in my garden Filofax organizer. For July, I am going to be using my V3. Let me move this so it's not reflecting on you. So this is my V3 new planner bundle insert printable download. So you'll get a dotted cover page that you can embellish any way you want. You've got a calendar section, habit tracker, mood and sleep trackers. This is a well-being planner page, and we have a weekly spread. So you get 5 weeks worth of those. For July, since there's only 4 weeks, like for 4 weeks, I omitted printing one page of the one spread of the well-being and one spread of the weekly. And at the back you have a little dotted page that allows you to, I don't think you can see because there we go, it's dotted, so you can embellish that and write down your gratitude log, whether you just write it simple with pen, can embellish it with stickers. This is one of the routines that I like to do several times a day, especially when I am feeling a little bit stressed or overwhelmed, to think back of what good is there in today that I can be grateful for. So this is what I'm going to be using, but follow along if you have your own planner already, but you can get this from my website. So I'm just going to now, so this one is a dotted plain blank page, but like I said earlier, on a month-to-month basis, I create a free printable download. So this one, it's a letter block J, and then I just have July, and then so if you wanted to get that, the link is in the description below. But if you just wanted to leave it as is and you don't have time to embellish it, this is just a great way. So you can have, like for June, let me show you. So this one was June, and then I just embellished it with a nice little flower and a couple of leafy stem. So you can either color it, put, you know, stickers, scrapbook like, or you can just leave it as is if you don't have time to do it. Now, I don't know if you can see on there, but I have penciled in some butterflies, a couple of butterflies, because I'm going to be using this washi tape right here that has some nice butterflies on it. Is it going to focus? Yes, please. There we go. And so I'm going to go with the butterfly theme for July. So what I want to do is I'm going to use 2 colored Tombow dual brush pens. So one side has a brush tip, and then the other side is a fine tip. So I'm going to use both ends because I'm going to create a tartan check. So let me see if I can move this here. So take one color and use the brush tip end. So because this is dotted, I can just go by the different, align my lines. I'll show you what I'm going to do, probably explain it a bit better rather than, so I'm just going to, every second line is use, I think this is what am I getting it right? I hope I'm getting it right. Can't remember how I did this. So every second line, and then the July is going to help you. So do the thick brush end, and then so just where the printed July is. So this one, just add a bit of color to your page. So you can choose any, let me see if I've got any music that I can put on the background, so then I'm not, it's so quiet. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from, what time it is where you are. Is that playing? Okay, and then with the blue tip, we're going to, a blue marker, we're going to use the fine tip, and in between each, you're going to just line it up in the middle. Is the music playing? Can you hear the music, guys? Oh, there it is. There we go. So you can use whatever color you can. As you can see with the June one, I used dotted marker to embellish around the pages. And then for the vertical lines, we're going to go the other way. So the blue will be the thick version. And then so this is going to be a bit harder because it's got to go up. So hopefully I'm doing this straight. Probably will work better as well if the two colors are really contrasting color. So then with the other one, you're just going to use the thin edge. I'm going cross-eyed here. I can't see where. So just a little bit. So hopefully, see how you can see a nice effect with the two different colors. So on the horizontal, use one color, thicker size, and on the other color, the thinner end. And then when you're going vertical or the opposite way, do the opposite color. So then that way you'll create sort of like this tartan effect. Hello, Chucky is watching from Louisiana. Thank you so much. It is here in Sydney. It's now 9:41, so Saturday morning. I'm in the future, and so then that way that is all I've got. So you can color it one block color. You can then color it different colors. All right, so now I've penciled in the butterfly, and so hopefully I don't wreck this by butchering my little drawing. So this butterfly doodle effect, I just went onto Pinterest and just looked at, I just put in the search, just put in butterfly. So hopefully, now I might leave it as is because I know if I color it in right away after the Tombow, because the ink is still quite wet, if I put another color on top, it might smudge it. So I might leave that as is. Now so that is the July cover page. Nice and easy, nice and simple. But sometimes what I've done in the past, I have done watercoloring effect. I have put stickers and washi tapes, or I have totally drawn it. So however creative or artistic you are, or not creative or artistic, just do a cover page. So then that way, when you are going to reflect back on your pages, if you do keep your planner pages, you have a nice beautiful cover page for each new month. All right, so then we're now going to go and embellish the calendar. So I'm going to use the two Tombow jewel brush pens as well as washi tapes right here. So these are from here in Australia, Kmart. So if you're in Australia, go to your local Kmart store. They sell them in pack of 10s for $5, and so they've got beautiful prints and colors. But whatever washi tapes you have, use that. So then I'm just going to go and use the brush end, and I think I'm going to start a little bit this way. I might add some stickers here. And I'm just going to do my go-to hand lettering font, very simple. And we are July, aren't we? Oh, I was about to put June. July. So let me know in the chat if you've already set up your July planner pages, or if you're like me, I'm always just doing it on the day. And then with a black pen, so this one is the Pentel Energel Cleaner, and I'm using 0.5 millimeter refill. I just like to go around the edge of each letter just to highlight each page. So see how straight away with the pen ink it pops on the page rather than having it without it. So this is just a little effect I like to put. So there we go, that matches up the pink and blue. And then I'm going to use my washi tape at the top to layer on these two, so the baby blue and then the butterfly. So right here, just going to stagger it a little bit lower there. Get my ruler and just use the edge to help cut it. Now just be mindful that if you are using washi that has sort of like more of a filmy, plasticky effect, it is much harder to try and trim it with a ruler. It doesn't cut as easily. So this is a good technique to go and cut it if it's a paper washi tape. I might put it here. I'll decide later if I want to change it and use a sticker instead, or maybe put some butterflies on them. And then I'm just going to stagger the butterfly on top and just cut the butterfly there. Add some butterflies on this side. So for those of you who have been with for a little while, you know that I used to homeschool my youngest son, and earlier on the year, because I had been doing it for about 4 years, earlier on the year I had a little bit of a breakdown, so I asked my husband to homeschool him, and then I would do part-time, full-time content creation. Unfortunately, I have discovered that it took away, doing it full-time has taken away the self-care portion of planning for me, because instead of using planning as a way to, you know, have a me time, it was now that I was doing it all the time. And so it, instead of enjoying the act or the art of planning, embellishing and filling up my pages, it became a job. And so I wasn't enjoying it as much, because then I was sort of like forced to plan rather than enjoy it for the reason why I did start planning and using planning as a way to have that self-care while I was homeschooling my son. And also I think the pressure of having to provide for the family as a sole income with content creation, and I'm not fully versed in it because I was actually just, it was an accidental venture. I was just sharing on Instagram, you know, the pages that I was creating, and I didn't have a plan to have it as a business or to make money out of it. I mean, the side hustle, my income that I was getting was great on the side, but then having to provide for the family full time was it put a lot of pressure on me. And already, as someone who's already quite anxious with so many different things, I just I was creating more anxiety for myself, and it wasn't healthy for me mental wise. So I decided to go back to homeschooling my son. I don't know how I will handle that, because I am still, I know, quite I don't want to say precious, but I know that we trigger each other. He's 14 years old. He's a teenage growing boy, and he's also working through his many special needs challenges. And so I'm going to do my best, make sure I take time for myself, and I think that's why there was so much pressure on me to create content with the planning, when planning was my escape. It was my me time. So that's just a little update. So I'm still going to be on YouTube and Instagram. I'll see what type of content or how often I will be creating videos, but I know the feeling has been lifted, the heaviness has been lifted off my shoulder, because now I can't go back to enjoying it and be able to bring you content that I enjoy, rather than, oh, I've got to do this because, so that's just an update. Now I'm going to use my Carpe Diem number sticker pad to add the dates onto my plum calendar. So let's just have a look. Today is Saturday, so let's start on Saturday. So I don't have a lot of numbers left. This is my second sticker pad, but let's see. We'll make do, and I just put that in the corner there. So the first half of the year was quite tumultuous. Is that the word? Is that a word, everybody? With a lot of changes that we made to our household. But I as much as, of course, I preach that we look after our well-being, that we take the break if we are feeling overwhelmed, or if we feel like it's too much, that we make sure we rest the same way we rest our body physically. If we sprained an ankle, we would rest and put our feet up. I always say it's the same with our brain. If we're feeling like it's too much, you're anxious, you're feeling overwhelmed, that we too should allow our minds to heal. Okay, so it looks like I have run out of numbers. Is this I might have to use a different sticker pad. So I'm going to go, this is my pocket-sized Mediterranean organizer, and I have in here my printed digital stickers I purchased, so I might have to redo these ones later. So this one is from Square Lime Designs, and I'm going, oh, it looks the same size. I think this would be good. So I have, actually it's through my learning with my son and trying to figure out, how he manages the world with he's on the autism spectrum, that I discovered that, I too, sometimes the way my brain works is I get overwhelmed and stressed, and through meditation I'm learning to give my emotions some space, and then that way it allows me to not be stuck in my head. And that's why planning has been such a great therapeutic form of healing my mind or resting my mind. So if you are, feeling like things are a little bit too much, it doesn't have to be planning. You don't have to use planning. It can be, if you like to crochet, if you like to knit, if you like to draw, if you like to paint, make sure that you are doing something that bring you joy. A little project is really good. So that's something that has a clear start and finish. So you have that feeling of accomplishment. Because I don't know if you're like me, when I put an IKEA pack together, or I knit something, or I have an idea in my head and it turns out really well, it gives you that dopamine hit, and then that allows your brain to feel like it's a success, rather than I know for me sometimes I feel like a failure if I don't get things done, and it's a majority of the time you're probably just burnt out. You haven't had the time to look after yourself by taking time off, going for a walk, reading, doing the stuff you enjoy. So someone actually in one of my plan with me videos asked, you know, how do you find the time to do all the planning? So if you follow me on Instagram, I'm always updating my planner. And first of all, I make the time. And the reason why I make the time is it's the thing that's helping me heal. It's the thing that's helping me re-energize. It's the thing that helps me, you know, focus on something else instead of being stuck in my own mind. So it's really important that you find something that you enjoy, that it's your me time. I know sometimes, I think I have to print some more. Maybe the other page. See, this is what you do. You make things work. So if something isn't going according to plan, find other ways to make things work. 28, 29, and 30. So at first I thought, you know, by going back to homeschooling and you know, doing the content creation as a side hustle, maybe not even as a part-time, that it was a sign of failure, that I mustn't be good enough. But no, the thing I have to remember is I tried, I did my best, I tried different things, but if I know that it's not feeling good in my gut, in my heart, and in my head, that's not a failure. It's a success that I tried. So it's like science. It's like experimenting. So if ever you feel like, I want to do this, and then you go and decide, oh no, I don't want to do that anymore, it's not a failure. You traveled that path and you found out that path is not the path that you wanted to be on. Well, guess what you can do? You can pivot, or you can turn around, retake your steps again if you want to keep trying. So that's what I have been telling myself, because at first there's that, I guess, imposter syndrome that, oh, what will people think? You said you wanted to do this full time. I mean, not that I hope no one's thinking that. And I know through my community, a lot have been quite supportive of any of the ventures. They've, you know, said, take your time if you're not feeling well mentally. So I've had some really, really lovely support from my community, and I appreciate everyone, you know, for having that support. But yeah, so if there's anything that you're doing that you feel like you want to change your mind, it's not for you, guess what? That's not failure. That just means that's a data point. So if you're thinking of it as a scientist, and you're experimenting, that's a data point that I tried it this way, it didn't work, or it's not what I thought it would be. I'm going to experiment another way. So that's how I'm looking at these different things for myself. So hopefully you too can do that. Chucky wants to know, what size do you print your sticker sheets to fit in a pocket size Filofax? What a great question. I do have a video about that where I show how I print all these digital stickers that I have. So I have created my own icons. I also have printed ones from Kina Prints, so her Lola, cute Lola stickers. So I use my Silhouette Cameo cutting machine, and in the program I made it cut into a Filofax or a pocket size, so you can cut it, you know, if you want to store your digital stickers on a personal size, or if you even want to create your own and then use the disc from, you know, Happy Planners or similar disc bound. So I'll make sure I put the link, Chucky, in the description. But if you do check my channel, I think it's how to print my digital stickers for pocket size planner. So the pocket size, I think, let me just double check. I don't have one with, do I have one with me? I'm just trying to see what the pocket size, I don't have one here, but yeah, so the Filofax pocket size, yeah, I don't have, sorry Chucky, I don't have on hand exactly the measurements in millimeter or in inches, but it's all in the video, so if you do check that out. Amanda, hello. 100% spot on. That's personal growth, right? And I'm learning this along the way, because I've always thought that, you know, if you set your mind on something, you got to keep going, you got to do it. And then, of course, that's the thing that brings on the stress, the anxiety, the overwhelm. But who's to say we can't change our mind? And who's to say that what we thought we wanted later on we don't want? It's like as if you're in a restaurant and you order something and you go, oh, that's not what I thought. You know, you won't eat it if you don't like it, right? So it's the same way. Why can't we do the same with the goals, with all the different things that we have? You're welcome, Chucky. So it's really important that we are always told, go for it, go, 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 you know, envision it. You've got the goal, envision it, keep going, keep trying. Don't stop if you haven't tried everything. I did do a video earlier on in the month where, you know, I wanted to give up, and give up totally, like give up content creation, you know, altogether. But who's to say I just can't go back and just do it again? You know, as a side hustle. I enjoyed it then, and you know, it was something that was fun, and there was no pressure. I actually created a job for myself going full time, when the reason why I did planning was it allowed me to have my me time. But yeah, 100% spot on that it's personal growth. And I'm learning to make sure that I'm not too hard on myself. You're welcome, Chucky. Let's have a look. Hello, Irene. Nice to see you. So glad you can be here with me today. All right, so there we go. We have our July header, washi tape. We have, I've added, MacGyvered, yeah, or Frankenstein, my number stickers on there, some are from the Carpe Diem and some from Square Lime Designs. I'll make sure to put her Etsy shop as well in the comment section. And so that's it really for the calendar. And now we're going to go through to my habit tracker. Now, if any of you do have any questions with any of the stuff that I use, or what you know, how your own your June, how did your June go? How did your first half of the year go? 2023 for me, it's gonna be interesting, and I look forward to what the second half of the year brings. And so, beginning of the year, beginning of a month, beginning of a new week, beginning of a new day, we have the opportunity to start again. And it's not starting over. We're now starting, I'm now starting from experience. So from February to now, I have all that experience behind me of let's try this, let's try that. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to what this new month and this new the second half of the year will bring, because I still have big visions, I still have big goals, and I know I'm going to get there. It's just trying to swim through or walk through the clouds of, you know, my mind and everything. So here we go. I'm just going to put my desk, because I've got a bit of a runny nose and I don't want you to watch me sniffing. So I'm just let's see, does this work? All right. So habit tracker. Now I won't write my habit tracker as of yet, because there's a few things I want to change around. So I always reflect back on the previous month to make sure that to see what worked, what didn't work. So this is my June habit tracker. Oh, pardon me. It's winter here in Australia. Okay. So this is my June habit tracker. As you can see, didn't get filled in a lot of sitting on the couch thinking, what do I want to do? So, but there are some things I'm going to change around. So let me see if we can see this. So I want to move my gratitude journal after meditation. So I want to make sure that I get rid of all the, or well, not get rid of, but acknowledge my emotions in the morning by doing my meditation. I use Headspace app to help guided meditation because I get distracted so easily. So, but I think I'm going to do my gratitude journal after doing my meditation. And then I'm going to move my walk after my skincare. So I'll do my skincare and then before I do any of my homeschooling, well, actually no, I have to review that because what's going to happen is my husband's going to look for a full-time job. It's school holidays for us here, so that can give him a little bit of time to look and have his own break, because he's been a wonderful support for me. And so I want to make sure that I'm also helping him look after himself mentally, because I have put a lot on his shoulders to by asking for help, to take over. So I want to make sure that my husband too is looking after himself mentally, and he's having a little bit of a break. But yeah, I have to see where I can fit in my walk, because then if he's going to work full time, I can't go walk on my own and leave the Bubba. I still call him Bubba, he's 14. So I may do that maybe in the evening. And then the other thing is do my reading and learning after my walk. Yeah, because I do that first thing in the morning, so I'll get lots of stuff done, and then I feel like I've exhausted myself doing a lot of my morning routine, so I might have to spread them out. So then that way, because I do enjoy them, as you can see by the habit tracker, that I do enjoy doing my morning routine. So maybe some of them I can move here, so then that way I can have something to focus on, because I love to read and I love to learn. So I might do that in the afternoon, but I'll make sure that I go and review it a bit more before I write it down. But in the meantime, I am going to go and embellish or what do you call this? Put the header on for July. And let's have a look. Is the music still there? There we go. And the blue. So for us here in Australia, June 30 is the end of our financial year, so we'll have to be doing the taxes soon. My son will be 16 at the end of July, so we got a little letter going, important notice, your son is going to be 16 years old. And I just went, it caught me by surprise, because they're just growing way too fast, I think, for me. And I don't know how I'm handling that, because Facebook loves to remind you, of course, of all the lovely pictures of the past. And I put a lot of pictures of them on my private Facebook account, and then you see them as little bubbas, and now they're much taller than me, and they've grown, and their voice have cracked, and so I've just taken one of the butterflies from the washi tape, and I'm just going to add that. So I've just taken off the excess tapes around it, and I might put one here. So now the habit tracking, I do have quite a lot on here for myself. That's because I've been doing sort of like bullet journaling and habit tracking since I think 2017 was when I originally started bullet journaling, and in a note, an A5 dotted notebook, and I just watched all the YouTube videos on it, and they had the let's have a look, where can I put this? Let's put that there. And so I've been doing habit tracking, and I've also read a lot of the habit tracking books, Atomic Habits, Getting Stuff Done, The Power of Habits, Good Habits, Bad Habits. Originally, as I said, it was to find out how, I could help my son create better routines and help him manage his sensory processing. But through that, I have learnt that creating good habits is a wonderful thing to make sure that to help go and manage your day a lot better. So here I'm just going to put days of the week. So today's Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Let me just do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So then I just know Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I know, because if I don't say it out loud, I'm going to Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yay! And then I'm also going to get my grey Tombow marker. I think this one is N95, and just highlight the weekend. So then it just separates the weeks, and I can see that on the weekend, if I don't action some of my habits, it's because it's the weekend and I'm probably taking a day off or sleeping in. So Saturday and Sunday. So there we go. That's the habit tracker. So I'll probably add a few more little washi tapes to embellish it. And like I said, I'm going to go and review my current habits and then move stuff around. So then that way, things that I don't do in the evening, maybe I can move it to the beginning of the day, or things that I know I do, it's already a habit and it's habitual, I might move it to the afternoon. So then that way I can use it to help what's called habit stacking. So according to James Clear's atomic book, Habit Stacker, is stack your new habits that you want to establish or create onto habits that you're already doing. So maybe if you're making coffee in the morning, drink water while you're waiting for the coffee to heat up, or if you're making tea, drink some water. If you want to hydrate more, drink some water while the kettle is boiling. So habit stacking is, you can either stack it before an established habit or after. So you can say, after I make the bed, I'll go wash my face. While before I make some tea, I'm going to drink a glass of water. So that's what habit stacking is. Hello, Amma. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so happy that you're here with me. And let me see if I can do this. I have a little... welcome. So I have to try and remember to, I made these little overlays, but I don't use them as often. But yeah, don't forget to highlight the first 2 days as weekend. Oh yes, thank you so much, Erin. See, that's why I need you guys here. That's right. So then if I don't do any of my habits today and tomorrow, it's because it's the weekend. There we go. So it's just really faint, but then I can see, like here. Well, you can't see it on the screen because I've got the lights on, but though it's grayed out, and I can see that I don't do my habits, and I'm fine with that, because guess what? I'm doing other things that are more important, like resting, or sleeping in, or doing my videos and my plan with me's. So that's good. Thank you so much, Erin. I love it. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to leave that as is for the moment, but that will look like that once I establish what I want to do. Now, what I know as well, so let me know in the comment section if you go and track your habits. Let me see. So question of the day, do you track your habits? And so if you're watching on replay, put it in the chat. So if this is something you already do but want to get better at it, I know I have a great AM routine habits, but then I don't do my workout as often. I don't do my skincare at night as often. So there are things that I know that I want to get better at, and I need to establish better habit building routine for those things that I have that don't stick as well, you know, like working out or at least getting some cardio in. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to put together a free, simple habit tracker, because this can be quite overwhelming for someone who's just going to start, or who's one who wants to get better at habit tracking. So I'm going to create a free, simple habit tracker. So for those either new to habit tracking or want to get a better foundation established, so then that way you can get more consistent and not fall off the wagon too often like I do with working out. Now, if you do want to get notified by this, on my website I have a wait list. So if you go to mariannecresp.com, mariannecresp.com, let me see, this one probably better. Okay, and at the top there is a wait list for a free, simple habit tracker. So if you want to start building better habits or get better at it, I'm creating one. I just want to make sure that I've got a good foundation on how to use it. I want to create a video for it. But if you do want to be on the wait list for that, just go and sign up for the wait list. And then if you don't want to, you change your mind, you can unsubscribe. So for this wait list, it's only to get notified of the simple habit tracker. So you won't get sent any other information, so I won't spam you. So just go to my website, mariannecresp.com, pop on the wait list for a free, simple habit tracker printable download. And so, but let me know in the comment section if you already track your habits, if it's something that you're really good at, or if you have a great system, that'll be really great. So sign up for that. Now for the mood and sleep tracker, same thing. I'm just going to go and highlight. I'll do the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday thing off camera, but let's see, 1 and 2, 1, 2, 8 and 9, the 8th and the 9th, 15th and the 16th, 15th and the 16th, 22nd and 20. Oh, see what happens when I'm not paying attention. That's okay. It's okay, Marianne. But you know it's going to annoy me. So, whoop. So yeah, so some boo-boos here and there, but what can you do? I'll make sure that we'll cover it up. No one else sees it except me, right? So, okay, and I'll probably put a little, butterfly on there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Kurutake Zig Clean color dot markers. So for those of you that don't know this is a double-ended dot marker. One side is a soft, cushy end. So let me see if I can do this way. See? Soft cushy end. So depending on the pressure you put on the page, the bigger the dot, and then the other side is a fine tip end, so you can use that for lettering or your different colored. So my mood rating, so green is for a good day, green is a great day, orange is a good day, yellow is a meh kind of day, and then blue, I'm tense or anxious, and then pink is sad or angry. So this is of course not my mood throughout the day, so it's not that I'm happy all day or I'm sad all day, but it's either the thing that occupied majority of the day or the overarching mood of the day. So yeah, it's not like that I am not happy all day or the day was good all day. So there we go. Meh kind of day. So neither here nor there. Tense, anxious, or sad and angry. I haven't had a lot of those sad and angry. Let me see what was June like with my moods. Okay, so I was tense, anxious, middle of the month, and I think that's when I made the decision that I'm going to go homeschool full-time again, my youngest son. So for those of you just joining, I'm going to go back to homeschooling my full-time. I'm not giving up content creation. I actually am looking forward to it as part-time or as a side hustle, because then it brings back the joy of planning out for me, and use it as a self-care, because then it became a job, and so of course I didn't have a me time or an escape time, because now I have to do it all the time. So I think that's when the middle of the month was when I was anxious, and I was worried that I failed myself, I failed the family, but I think, so it was the 24th and see how my mood since then has been quite even and good, because weight lifted off my shoulder. So that was June. So that's how I track my moods. And this is also a good way, because I have discovered, certain times of the month my mood isn't as good, and so I prepare for it, because then I'll go, all right, it's not going to be a good day. Make sure not to put too much pressure on yourself. Don't put too much work on your work plate. So be kind to yourself when you're not feeling well emotionally. So tracking your mood is also a great way to see patterns. If you're, middle of the month, end of the month, when you're feeling down, that's when maybe you can go and schedule in your self-care. Get a mani, go for a coffee with a friend, or on your own, go to the library, go, shop, window shop. So this is a really good way for you to see how your mood is throughout the month, and then if you track it month after month, you'll start to see a pattern, which is really good, especially if you're like me, that get quite anxious a lot of the time. And so so now this one, the sleep, not that I'm giving up on sleep, but I know my sleep pattern is up and down, and I should be better at it. But what I want to do, the focus for July, is getting myself outside and going for a walk. So I'm going to cover this up either probably with a white sticker and put steps. So I'm going to change this from mood and step tracker. So see how you can go and change your trackers to things that you want to focus on for that month. You don't always have to have the same goals. If it's not working out, maybe ditch it for the month and revisit it again later in the new month or down the track. So I'm going to change this from mood and sleep trackers to mood and step trackers, because I know that when I get myself outside and go for a walk for 20 minutes, and it's just a nice paced walk, it's not a power walk, or it's not too lazy, as long as I think you can get your heart rate up, that's really good for your cardio. I know that how it boosts my mood by getting myself outside, and that is something that I need. Sleep, of course, I need more, but I think what will happen is if I'm energized and I'm going for a walk, it'll have a knock-on effect and probably make me have a better sleeping pattern, because then I'm not anxious, I'm not stuck in my head, and I'm getting myself outside, getting vitamin D, and having that moment to myself and just letting thoughts flow in and out. So that I'm going to change. So instead of hours, that will be steps. So that's good. In like, this could be like the K, so 10K, 5K, 11K. So this will be, I'm changing this up because I really want to push myself to get outside more, and especially going back to homeschooling. I know my son and I trigger each other because of course he's got his own anxiety and sensory processing things and different special needs and challenging moments, that I want to make sure I'm the adult, I'm the one who has the typical brain, that I can control my emotions a lot better than him, because then I can do all these different exercises for my mental well-being. So I need to make sure that I put stuff in place, so then when he is in his own meltdown moments, that I am calm, that I am well rested, that I've walked. So that is my plan for July. So I'll change that off camera because I don't have a white sticker on me. Let me see though. Let's see if I can do this so then you can see how I change things up. Maybe I can use this. Here we go. Recycle, reuse. Let me see if I can do this. So just grab a little piece of a sticker back paper, and let's see if I can do this. Take the backing off and not take me forever. Let's just trim that so it's nice and neat. And so trim it a bit more. So yeah, if you get yourself some just sticker back packaging paper, these are just packaging stickers. See, post pack, you know, the full A4 sheet. In Australia it's you can get the A4, but then you just, instead of using, I do have a white out as well, see, but sometimes it's the one I have, it's too thick, or it's get yourself a sticker back paper, and there you go. The thing is gone, and I can just put steps. See, there we go. And I'll change that as well. I'm going to try and match the font, and I'll do that off camera because I know I'll practice on a piece of paper and before I put it on a sticker. And so I'm the same thing there. I'll change that to step. So there we go. Now where are we? So that's June. So we have the, let me move my stuff around. I've got things everywhere. So I have my habit tracker. I'll write down all my habits for the new month once I've gone and reviewed what I need to change around. Maybe omit some of these so that I'm not overwhelming myself with so many new things. And so, you know, if you have a habit tracker, whether on a one that you have bought, and sometimes we feel like we have to fill those empty spaces. We don't, because guess what? It's our planner. So do what works for you. If you just want to put, if I just want to put 3 habits for this for the new month, I can do that. So then that way I'm not overwhelming myself trying to do everything all at the same time. And then the mood and step tracker I'll have on here. Now, of course, if you are liking this video and you've got some little things that you can, you know, gave you inspiration to do different things for your own planner, make sure to hit that like button, because it's gonna really help tell me that, you know, you're enjoying my videos, and of course also tell YouTube to show this video to other planners that might enjoy it. So make sure, and if you're new to my channel, you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you do. And then for July, I'm going to go through to my this one is my future log. So if you haven't heard of a future log, what it is, it's an overview of the year, of all the things that you need to write down. So if you haven't got your, you know, like say October, I won't have my October pages set up yet until probably October the 1st. But then something comes up, an event, a bill, a subscription, or whatever it is, it's a great idea to put it in a future log. So what it is here, let me show you. So July, so I've got these colors. I'm just using whatever color I like, so there's no color coding. My parents' anniversary on the 7th, my son's firstborn son's birthday's on the 16th, friend's birthday, things I have to pay, and then also, you know, highlight milestones and things like that. So what I will do is I will take these dates from my future log and migrate it onto my July calendar. So then that way I don't have to refer to this. I can refer to all of this, and then I go and add it. So then that way I get reminded. So when I'm planning for a new week, I will look at my calendar and see what sort of things happening. So on the 7th, I'm going to use my gray Zig Clean color dot marker. So on the 7th, it's my parents' wedding anniversary. Parents' anniversary. On the 27th is my son's 6th. So Josh's 16th birthday. And then I will embellish it with stickers, washi tapes, washi tapes, highlighters. Oh, wrong one. I'm going to use my Kina Prints sticker. So let's see. I can use, what can I use? So my parents' anniversary, I can use this cute little couple. Where are we? Will it focus? Focus. Won't focus. Does it focus there? Oh, cute couple. So I'll just pop that there. And then a birthday one. That's a cute one. Little birthday sticker. Boop, 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 boop. Little birthday sticker. Pop that onto there. So there we go. And then I will migrate all the other stuff on here from my future log onto my calendar. So then that way, when I'm planning, let's say I'm planning for the new week next week. So this is a weekly calendar. All the things between the 3rd and the 9th, I will go and look at my calendar and then migrate it to the weekly. So you're always moving it down to as the month to the week to the day. So then that way, because you don't want it in your head, because you'll have to try and remember it if it's in your head. Get it down on paper, so then when you are checking your daily planner, your weekly planner, it's there and you don't have to go, what was that thing that was supposed to be on? Or what's that thing that I'm supposed to pay this week? So that's the future log. I'll go and add that to my calendar a little bit later. Let's put that there so that I don't forget. Let me just pop this one here so my desk is a little bit clearer. Now if you did want to go and grab my printable download, you can go to my website at mariannecresp.com. So let's just so see here at the top, there's the wait list for Simple Habit Tracker. So you can pop your name down if you want to be on the wait list for a free Simple Habit Tracker. So then go to my shop, click on the shop now, and I do have printable downloads for A5, Happy Planner Classic, letter or big Happy Planner size, and then I've grouped them as well for productivity planner inserts, fun trackers, budget trackers, and then I've color coded it for the different planner size, because I know sometimes when they're all there it can be confusing. So do check the size that if you wanted to grab that. And for the stationery tools that I use, you can go check my Amazon store, so you can check the pens and highlighters I use, the stickers I use. So all the link is in the description below. So now to get the free printable download, where are we? The July one. So go to the website and it's under freebies, plus the link is below. But I'm just going to add a tab to it, so then that way I can quickly refer to, let's have a look, is there still a July on here? I need to get more tabs. Let's see, maybe this one. So then that way, instead of trying to flick through like I am now trying to find my July cover page, I'm going to add, so that was the Carpe Diem tab sticker pad, and then I'm just going to line it next to my June, so then that way I stagger it, so then when the pages are closed, they're not one after the other, and then you just fold it back. So there's this, this is a blank one because I've run out of all the monthly tabs, but they do have in here additional labels. So then there's July. I'm just gonna add that onto, I'm going to use my tweezers. So this one is just a precision tweezer. I think I just got it from the beauty section, but I'll put a link. I don't think I have the link for one that's similar in the Amazon in the description. So there we go. July. Okay, let's pop that back in our, leave that there because I know I'll forget. Okay, so there's the July cover page with a butterfly, because then it matched my little butterfly washi tape. There's my calendar. I'll add in all the known events, bills due, birthdays, and anything else in there. I have my habit tracker, which I'll update with all the different habits that I want to set for myself for July. And then this one I'm going to change to mood and step tracker. So then grab this printable download in whatever size you need, A5 Happy Planner Classic, or letter big Happy Planner size. And then so what I want you to do next, I have it in the description, is if you want to see my other planner inserts that I use throughout the month, I have a planner flip through playlist. So check on the link below, or if you're watching this on replay, click or tap the screen, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time, everybody. Bye.